We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello, IDBT Daily. Coming at you Thursday, the 21st of July. If you guys are complaining about heat, guess what? It's summer. Doesn't get much hotter here than 91, 92. It kind of sticks around there in my neck of the woods. So when you guys start talking about Florida, it must be really hot in Florida. Actually, it's hotter in Kansas probably than it is in Florida right now. Today, we're talking multiple subject matters. And I think this is the best thing about taking advantage about having a couple of days off. A lot of things develop while I'm off. We are talking Fathouse Ben Stoner's post on Facebook saying that they're going to buy a Raptor R. Now, that changes everything because of the Motec side of things. But the DCT, I'm sorry, not DCT, 10-speed. It is a 10-speed. I forget. It is a 10-speed. So if they have access, or if Motec has access to the tuning, or they're just going to get their hands on it to try to make it happen somehow, awesome. But the regular folk like you and I that can't afford one of their badass packages are going to have to wait for tuning, plain and simple. That's just how it's going to be. But we can expect them to either do similar things that they did to the 2020 GT500 or stuff turbos in it, change the computer around. Who knows? Like, if Fathouse is going to get into that game, it would be interesting if people like Motec, who recently got sold, are going to join them in their venture and support the vehicle going forward. We also talk about Ford laying people off. That's right. Ford is laying people off so that they can bolster their EV division. That's right. Let's look at it really quick on Yahoo News. It's been on many sites like Fox and stuff like that, but let's look at it on Yahoo News because Yahoo News sucks. By Caroline Downey. Ford Motor Company plans to lay off as many as 8,000 employees in the coming weeks to help finance its electric vehicle initiative. These cuts will affect the newly established Ford Blue unit that produces engines for gas-powered vehicles, as well as other salaried operational positions. To the company, people familiar with the development told Bloomberg, meaning they're not going to get rid of factory employees, but everyone else is on the chopping block. So imagine if you're like one of these employees that have been at Ford for like 20 years, since the 0304 Cobra came out or some shit like that. And there goes your job. Because the government, and guys, this is 100% government driven. Don't get it twisted. The government is mandating this stuff. So the big three have to basically oblige if they want to, be within compliance. CARB, EPA, you name it. It's all bullshit initiatives by politicians that suck dick all the time or have sons that smoke crack, hookers, and make deals with other countries, bolstering their bank accounts, making laws based off of emotion, feeling, and data that is suspect. Because we could be net zero carbon emissions in the United States. China, Indonesia, India don't give a fuck. So if you're looking to make a global impact, good luck, stupid. Going zero emissions in the U.S. is going to do fuck all if China, Indonesia, India, and other countries like that are going to say, go ahead, go zero emissions. Everyone come here. Did you know that Tesla is heavily investing in Indonesia? Because the nickel, the nickel, which is a high it's a material that goes into the batteries, is in Indonesia like a motherfucker. Indonesia saying, come here, build your shit here. Fuck it. And that's what you're going to start seeing. Companies moving out of the U.S. because other countries don't give two shits about emissions and they're going to conduct business on a global scale. They don't give a fuck. Some staff said some staff is likely to go this summer. And the layoffs may happen in stages. The people said they are expected to target the U.S. sector Ford, where 31,000 salaried workers are employed. Bloomberg noted, declining comment, potential job cuts. Ford emphasized that it is committed to revolutionizing EVs, whereas many automakers believe the future of the car market is headed. Again, guys, this is what happens when you vote in a bunch of Greenpeace fuckfaces that have crackhead sons. I'm sorry. This is what happens every fucking time. So if you were a Ford employee and you voted Democrat, congratulations, asshole. You voted for your own layoff, especially if you were on the ICE side of things. And finally, We have found the spokesperson of all spokespersons, the guy that's going to revolutionize the way we conduct business in Washington in terms of SEMA and PRI. That's right, none other than the most influential people or person in our tuning industry and defeat device manufacturers, the most influential person on the planet, Richard Petty. It's over, right? Like, it's over. Like, we're not going to win this. SEMA's out there, PRI's out there putting up buildings, asking you for memberships, and they go out there and get the king of left turns, fresh off of eating pudding on his couch, to represent the industry? NASCAR? Here at the EPA, we really work with our partners in NASCAR. Because what the fuck are you talking about? So let's talk about that shit. Let's say hi to the people here. Let me pop out the chat. Let me get the URL. I love doing it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. What a shit show, bro. We're just, it's over. Like, it's 100% over. I can't imagine Richard Petty is going to go out there, meet lawmakers, and they're going to go, you know what, King, now that you're here, I'm going to definitely vote for the RPM Act, which is stuffed in like a gun bill or something. It's stuffed in like an anti-abortion bill or something. It's like paragraph 39,000, section D, hyphen, the RPM Act, blah, blah, blah. And it's like an abortion bill. It's so fucking stupid how everything works in the United States that our industry is doomed if we have to leave it up to the king, Richard Petty. What the fuck are we doing? Swipe right to pipe. Says potential long dong silver. Slick Rick 7-Up Omar Third Coast Coatings Texas. Ulysses Alarcon Ken Grandpa. Look, if you want to be a sponsor of this channel, you pay a brother. What would he say? Just checking in to offer up my services to put the zip code on the Raptor when the hits the streets in Houston. Right. Get this Raptor R out here, and any F-150 with a turbo, a supercharger, or anything is going to donkey stomp that thing. Sorry, it's just how it is. Ulysses 7-Up Triller, the Exploder Man. Jose Israel. You got two first names. Javi, Low and Slow. Vince Tejerina, Bubba Stang, Tanner Mountain. Native Shift, Kona, Low and Slow, Michael Perez, Jonathan Salazar, Neil Terrio, Alfredo Diaz, AJ Nunez, TD Carter, Michael Nunn, what's up, brother? He's the guy that got me the laptop. Shout out to him. This is the laptop. It's working phenomenal. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jeremiah Camp in the house. 11-second eclipse. Nickel Platt, whatever. Bronco, Encore, Beefcake in the house. Infamous Solo 18 GT, B. Lavesh, Chris Romero, Brandon Paget, Coca-Cola, Dave Redmond dropping a like. I'll watch later. Keith Bush, Mustang 860. That means he's in Connecticut. High Rise, Whippled 50, Second Shift Racing, Dre Day with SVT in the house, SK Jeff, and I think someone paid a brother down here for Diet Coke money. I want to make sure I get that in there. No, apparently he deleted the message or something. Chris Romero, Joaquin, Pete C, One Coffee for Wheels, Great Escape, TJ Sikorsky, Low and Slow. Now, what's going to happen with Ford laying people off on the ICE side? So how many of you guys want to bet that they laid off people that were responsible for marketing, design, or anything of that nature, not factory workers, that had to do with cool ICE vehicles, GT500, Raptor, whatever, anything internal combustion engine. By the way, every single time I say ICE, it's internal combustion engine. Hopefully you guys knew that already. So I guarantee now that they're phasing out, because Ford thinks 5 years ahead, Tesla 15. But Ford is like, well, we don't need these motherfuckers anymore because we don't need to market something we don't make anymore. So they're going to, instead of merging those people into their EV division, why didn't you keep those people? I don't know. Maybe it's design. Maybe it's part of their what's it called? You know how Ford outsources everything? Like Ford doesn't make their own seats. Ford doesn't make their own brackets. Ford doesn't provide their own bolts. It's all outsourced third-party shit. So maybe that's where the layoffs take place. And the EV side needs minimal stuff. Like it's to the point, guys, that they have patented or at least put out the feelers that they want to build a car and get approval from the National Highway Transport Safety Administration that they want to build a car without brakes or accelerator pedal. I can't say gas pedal anymore. Accelerator pedal and brakes, because it is going to be fully autonomous. What they're looking to do, Ford and alike, is to build something that's 100% self-drive, almost like a taxi service that goes on a loop. And all you do is get in it, buckle in, and it takes you to your destination. Similar to like a tram situation at airports or something like that, but they're going to do it in vehicles. So imagine you have something that does a constant loop around your city or town. That's what they're concentrating on. Self-drive, like heavy. They're heavily concentrating on self-drive EV. That seems to be the golden ticket. Like whoever can develop that is going to get so many government contracts, so many municipality contracts, and they can theoretically, have corner the market in terms of the AI, self-drive, autonomous vehicles without no brake pedal, no accelerator pedal, just a motherfucking robot that you probably can hack. You get in and it takes you to your destination. So Ford laying people off is a big deal because just like I said before, I quit Ford. I quit rah-rahing Ford because they're not making any cool new shit. I already talked about that on the Talking Shit Tuesday episode. Ford is absolutely tone deaf when it comes to this. Dodge, on the other hand, out of all look, growing up, guys, Dodge was absolute trash. Transmissions were trash. Suspension, trash. Now everyone is buying the Dodge Ram trucks. Everyone is buying the Charger, Challenger, Hellcat, Trackhawk, everything. Everyone is down with that shit. Now, why is that?
Hellcats and Trackhawks.
Are they making what the people want? Or are they just throwing caution to the wind and just throwing power at everything? Either way, people in the performance industry think it's cool. Unfortunately, the car is heavy as fucking shit. So the EV game, regardless of what you think, is the future. Period. ICE is slowly dying, and someone like me is going to try to scoop up the cool ICE cars that are in my dream garage before it all goes to shit, before they become illegal to buy, before that government forces you to do something. Now, I think a EV is great for a daily in town, but if you want to take your EV to California or if you want to tow with it, I think you stick to ICE, plain and simple. That's just how I feel, period. Forward watching too much Westworld. Yeah, Westworld is a great series on HBO where Dolores escapes this park where basically these androids were built, and one of them became sentient, Dolores, and she saw that she was killed, fucked. People would basically come to the park to do whatever the fuck they wanted, and she became self-aware, remembered everything, went out into the real world and started just trying to kill all the humans or trying to manipulate their super advanced AI system against them. Basically a new race of being, which are androids. It's a very good series. So if you want to see what the future is going to look like, that's probably what it's going to look like. A Dolores, a hot blonde, killing everybody. First car I bought myself was a 6.1 SRT8 Charger. Unreal. Sorry, teams just got displaced into the EV teams, though. Pre-production shipment for self-drive vehicles starting next year. Okay. Las Vegas has self-drive taxis already. They clocked 100,000 fares as of a couple of years ago. There's definitely a market for it in big cities. So imagine if Ford corners the market, makes self-drive taxis everywhere. So that, because let's be honest, guys, the biggest variable in accidents are humans, especially in Altimas. Like if you have a Nissan Altima, I guarantee you've been in many fender benders, bald front tires. You absolutely have caused so many accidents, it's not even funny. When you have AI, there's less likely a chance of anything going wrong because it's an algorithm. But the problem is the things that AI can't do. Like if there's a car and then there's a human behind the car and your eyes can see it, but the AI sensors can't, that's the only time you would need to interrupt. But I was listening to what Elon Musk was saying, and it made a lot of sense that typically computers could do things humans can do a lot better. 2023 is supposed to be the last year for all the Hellcat, says Beefcake. Well, I'll have to watch it. Yeah, it's very good. Westworld is addicting, futuristic. It is a wonderfully made series on HBO. Each of them is an hour long, and it's like a movie. It's unbelievable, and they have like super badass actors in it. Season 4 just came out, pretty damn good. Big season 1 vibes. Yeah, season 2 and 3 kind of lulled. Season 4, if it's doing better, I'm down. I'm rewatching the whole thing with my girlfriend because she never saw it before, and she is jaw dropped how badass the series is. Guy had to stop every 100 miles towing a Mustang 2,700 miles with a Rivian. Boss 302s ever since. Westworld is awesome. Westworld is awesome, guys. Guys, seriously watch Westworld. It's very, very good. Why, Terry? They sell a lot. Mendoza's Coyote, the mandates. Dodge would sell Hellcats nonstop at 23%, 0% down, $2,000 payment to you know who. You know who. But anyway, I think it's government mandates. They're like, nah, this thing gets 10 miles a gallon, dude. You just can't sell this shit anymore, and it's not going to make sense, especially with gas prices. I don't think, guys. I don't think gas prices will ever be $1.90. I don't think you might be able to prove me wrong. But if a Republican Congress and a Republican president gets in there, I still don't think you'll ever see $2 a gallon gas. You know, $1.99, 2.00. I don't think you'll see it. I think the new norm is $3.50 and up because we have shown that we'll pay that. Where that's stupid. Imagine if there was a complete boycott of traveling for one day. Imagine every single car in the United States does not drive for one day. Sit the fuck home, do nothing. You're going to see prices drop because people are like, uh-oh, these motherfuckers are serious. It will never happen in my lifetime. I don't think so. Ford laying off employees, but it takes a year to get a truck. Texas is so far ahead in FSD, Ford will go broke. City of Hallandale has a fleet of Teslas now for their police department. A big problem with the amount of people like myself who have to street park is we have no way to charge an EV, even if we go. Michael Nunn, come on, man. Come on. Tesla has supercharger stations all over the place. You park one for 45 minutes, it charges your battery. For a week. If you commute 300 miles a week, you could charge your battery for 45 minutes to an hour and a half and have enough charge theoretically for 5-6 days. Stop it. Stop it. I live in an apartment and there are Palm Beach Lakes, every hospital, every plaza has Tesla supercharger stations or some kind of charging stations. Stop it. Maybe you live in a real rural area, but everywhere I see there are charging stations. Stop it. I cannot wait for full self-driving cars. PLC will finally obey the rules of the road and stop for the red lights. Westworld got kind of whack after they left the world and went to the public areas. I disagree. The Hellcat motors, everyone will end up in lighter chassis. Dropping a like, gonna watch the replay. Guys, I watch some of these people that go to these auctions. I've started watching a lot of YouTube videos where these guys go to auctions and they buy wrecked Hellcats, Trackhawks, Scat Packs and Corvettes and Mustangs and everything. And these guys make out pretty goddamn good, depending on the area. Some guy bought a Mercy, Lamborghini Mercy. Your chick, she's so thirsty. For like $20,000. Fixed the bumper, got some new wheels, de-riced it, and he just enjoys a $20,000 to $30,000 Mercy. Badass shit. At least E85 is hovering around 4. It could cost 50 cents to make, but we have proven that we'll pay for exactly. The United States have proven to the oil companies that we are willing to pay $4 a gallon gas, and it will never go under $2. I'm sorry, or even $2. I can't even get myself to go to the laundromat, Alex, and that's your problem. If you're lazy, that's on you. That's on you. But I understand what you're saying. You're probably in a bad neighborhood. Some of the UPS Brown trucks in the hub I work are EV. Some of the Amazon trucks in my area are EV. Because there's definitely aren't EV chargers at shopping centers, malls, movies, theaters, gyms, etc. Right? Guys, yeah, there's charging stations anywhere. And again, guys, I don't give a fuck about saving the planet. All I give a fuck is about performance. And if I can 0 to 60 in 2 seconds in a 4,800-pound car, I'm down. I saw Rich Rebuilds test drive a Lucid Air, and it makes me want a Lucid Air. It's such a badass car. Eventually, they will have charging stations at every store. Charge while you shop. Yeah, Alex Lyrics. Tesla supercharging is around 36 centers per kilowatt. 36 centers per kilowatt in my area. My Model Y is 75 kilowatt battery. 40 to 80% charge in 20 minutes. Costs like $12. Right? I mean, guys, stop it. It is very convenient nowadays to charge your Tesla or EV. Imagine a drive-by in a self-drive mode and imagine you don't have to steer. You just say to the AI, pull up on them fools. And you could just take both hands out the window and spray the area. And the getaway car is an AI. And he don't know shit. Good stuff. I love going to the local Wawa. Watch the Tesla guys start fist fighting over parking for a battery charger. Man, I don't know where you're at. I am in an area that there are so many that there is no... And guys, I was blown away that during hurricane season, listen to this. During hurricane season here, we run out of gas. People raid the gas station like a bunch of morons. And you know when they get gas? The most? Between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., right? Stupid. I would go out there at 1 or 2 in the morning on a 24-hour station like a racetrack, and I'd fill up with no one in my fucking way, no lines. I'm one of those guys that goes, why would I go out when everyone else is going out? Why don't I wait till everyone's asleep and I go out and fill up and I'm good for the next day? Same thing with the charging stations. I don't understand why people need to charge 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Do it late at night. Charge it up. You got a full charge for another couple days. Go back out there the next night, grab a sandwich, chill out. I don't understand people's thought process. I really don't get it. Oh, thank you, JD Swag. The sponsors, yes, they finally paid their bills. Bills are paid. Life's good. 2 Auto Solutions, thank you for paying the bill. Appreciate that very much. Calamer's Transmission for, what he sent me today is going to be tomorrow's video. You guys will like that very much. Oh My God Cookies with this new Sinister cookie is still, I think, 50% off. Check it out. And the Parts Farm. By the way, the Parts Farm just got in a GT350, a black GT350. And boy, did my mind go a little loopy. I love going to, already got that. Lucid is a better looking car than the Tesla by far. Lucid is not quicker, is not faster, but it is a way better car than the Tesla Plaid. It's a 10-1 car, and it is insanely pretty, very well laid out. The dash is fucking gorgeous. The Lucid Air is badass. It was $450 when Obama was in the office, and it still came down. We'll see. Charging is better than gas at the pump. It's quiet too. Buc-ee's has a charge area, and no cars charging. Guys, I will. I'm gonna have to speak for him or translate. He says at a Buc-ee's, I never see cars at the charging station, because what he just said there makes no fucking sense. But no cars charging. That means there's always cars charging. You put up a double negative. No cars charging. So that means there's always cars charging. The problem with gas prices, not with the corporations, it's with the government. Most states you pay more on taxes than you do for the fuel itself. Don't you have to pay a subscription to Supercharge? No. Sup, Alex? How's the family? Working with Brandon on my tune. 2-3 Roush, Fox, Lund for the win. If I get $2 electric start hurting, if it may get to $2 if electric starts hurting profits. Those who get contracts to install these charging stations, man, huge money. Can you imagine how much easier? Stop it. Spin the O block in FSD, putting gas in grocery bags. Exactly. Thank you for Mohammed Al Hazan. I appreciate you very much. Where is my Indian song? Thank you for the $10 Qatari money. I don't even know how much that is in American dollars. Get the black 350 from the Parts Farm. It looks badass. It looks really badass. Alex, do you think if EV chargers took EBT, there'd be a mass adoption for the laundromat heavy areas? Oof. Chris Romero talking that racist shit. Come join the 350 gang. You know you'd love it. I want that ZR1. I would get a ZR1 before a 350 right now, because I have an S550. I have an S550 that it's a fast S550. Right now it's not. It's basically NA and slow as fuck. But a 350 to me is like a trophy car, but I'd have to get an R. I wouldn't get just a regular 350. 2 to 3 hours, Jared. The Parts Farm GT500. Plaid is the only thing that is even mediocre looking. Lucid is much better looking. Grew up with Fathouse. Those builds are wild. Wrong Buc-ee's is always full of Teslas charging. Yeah, the Buc-ee's where I'm at, like, okay, not where I'm at, but in Florida, all the Buc-ee's, if they have charging stations, they're full. They're full because people actually want to come to Florida. If you're at a Buc-ee's off of, I don't know, I-10, you know, near Beaumont, way the fuck down there, there might not be people charging their shit because it's Houston. Houston's weird. There's no way Never's EVs are not fast. Exactly. That's exactly what the homeboy said. And of course, did his last name end with an EZ? Because if it did, it makes total sense. Finally, Caught Alive says mobile detailing channel. EV will be mainstream and superchargers are put next to Metro PCS. How did a $90,000 car become the hood mascot? How did that happen? Rappers. 01 to 350R. ZR1. Are you psycho? Come on. It's not even close. ZR1. Bitch makes 600 horsepower stock, son. Stop it with 630 if you want to be like factually correct. You're literally a pulley, exhaust, and tune away from making pretty serious power. So think about that. How did the mascot for the hood become a $90,000 car? Rappers. Give a rapper a Tesla and be like, you know, I don't know. I can't make up a rhyme right now because I'm not that talented. So you have Model X, Model Y, Model whatever. Is it Dirk? Is it young Dirk or Lil Dirk? Is it young, little, or big? Lil Dirk. Yeah, little Dirk. So give little Dirk a Tesla and go, hey, how you doing? And he's actually like well-spoken. Like you see him in interviews, he's well-spoken. And say, hey, little Dirk, we're going to have a business proposition. Every video, post up with this bitch. Turn off the traction control and you can do wild-ass fucking burnouts. And the hood will somehow end up with a bunch of EVs and they will put supercharger stations in the hood because of equality and equity. Let's go. Let's do it. Guys, that's a plan. That's a fucking plan. They're spending their money in the wrong spot. Unfortunately, it's hard for rappers to work in the word plaid. Maybe. The 350 fanboys are starting to self-snitch. Exactly. It was the Madisonville one outside of Houston. So, yeah, guess you're right. Thank you. Thank you. In Houston, motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about EV. They're more like, man, I got to get me that mamalona, sons. Like, they don't care about EV in Houston. When it comes down, I'll make the extra drive to you if you want to get dinner at Yard House or something. What the fuck is he doing? Just caught the stream, still in a rig at work. I'm guessing you caught the 1320 post on Facebook about the Rivian towing the Mustang. No, I don't give a fuck about 1320, okay? We all know that in terms of towing, the electric market has a long way to go. We already talked about that. That shit is old news, and I do not follow 1320 video or anywhere on Instagram. Why the fuck would I want to follow them? Alex, don't forget, the regime doesn't like Elon. They won't promote his Teslas. And that's the crazy thing to me. If you're pushing a green agenda, there is no company that has a better vehicle right now than Tesla in terms of the EV market. And I don't know, this is why. And we all know why the regime does not promote Tesla. Unions. We talked about how unions are a fucking cancer. Think about it. The biggest car company in North America, period, is an EV company. And the president does not recognize them as part of his green energy agenda because he does not allow unions in any of his plants. Crazy. Maybe that's why they're solvent. Maybe that's why they're fucking leading. Ever think of that? Stupid. Meanwhile, Ford is laying people off. Currently out in Saudi, and I haven't seen one Tesla. Speaking with Aston dealer today, they said, as fast as it is, it's super bland. I understand, but that's Saudi. It's Saudi. Saudi, where you could shoot a bullet to the ground and oil pops up. And you're surprised there aren't Teslas in Saudi? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Plaid, fat dab. The Quatches only care about their rear tires tucking under the bed of their truck. What about trailer parks? They need EV stations, making my Meemaws single wide. More bars than a Tesla battery. get rappers in EVs, then we can get some donk EV racing. It was yesterday. I was yesterday years old when I realized Elon had an appearance in Iron Man 2. I have an idea for an electric jet. Tony Stark, really? You didn't know he was in? Come on, who? Beefcake. Do you want to be blown away? Who do you think they modeled Iron Man off of? Who do you think gave them the idea? Not the comic books. I'm saying the movie. Tony Stark in the movie. Who do you think he's modeled after? Elon Musk, dude. Oh my God, stop it. The moment they release EV with swappable batteries, it'll dominate the market. Did you see that NASCAR supposedly is releasing little pamphlets and shit saying, by the way, we might make an EV NASCAR race. Oh my God. Now that, forget the fact that there's 3 people in the stands right now in NASCAR. There's going to be 0.5 people in the stands if they go electric. I'll watch it on TV. Even Teslas look like Camrys time. Yes, look, I agree. Look, so let's look at a Plaid, right? A Plaid looks like a Model S. Regular bitch-ass Model S. Nothing crazy. So what's the best looking EV car out of all of them? Out of all of them, what's the best looking EV car? So this is the Model S, right? And this is the Lucid Air. Oh, Jesus. Images. I mean, Plaid, Lucid Air. Plaid. Let's get a better picture of the Plaid, right? This one's modified, obviously. Plaid, Lucid Air. And if you look at the interior of the Lucid Air, is so ridiculous. It looks so dumb. Spaceship crazy stuff. Like just dumb shit. Beautiful, beautiful. They did a really good job on the aesthetics of this thing, on the functionality. Look at the roof. The roof is just this one, oh, sorry, the windshield / roof. It's one big sweeping thing. The problem is they kind of suction cupped the visors in and they're powered by batteries. But guys, the Lucid Air interior is gorgeous, like super badass. And let's look at Tesla Plaid interior. And they're both $100 and something thousand. I mean, this looks like a Ford Edge. This looks like nothing special. Like it's not even a competition between the Lucid Air interior. Look at that. Look at this big fat screen and a big usable screen. And they actually have functional buttons right here for your temperature settings and your fan settings for dual climate. Whereas everything on the Tesla is in the screen. So it's not even close if you give a fuck about EVs. But the Lucid Air, it is a slower car, but it is a nicer car, plain and simple. There's just no getting around that. There's just going to be families with 2.5 kids in the stands for NASCAR races. Coworker has an older Fisker, looks pretty dope. I like the idea of a solar panel roof. They need the damn Roadster already. I want to see a 7,000-pound Tesla try to make a turn. Friday of Lucid has a Kia vibe to it. The Roadster definitely has. The way the Plaid comes with paint chips from the factory. My God. Plaid doesn't even have a whole steering wheel. Lucid Air looks way better. They catch your eye way more than a Plaid on the Taycan and Audi e-tron. I've seen Lucid Airs here in Florida. A lot of them because I live in Florida. A lot of you guys that live in rural areas, you'll never see these cars so you don't never have to worry about them. But here I see X's, Plaid X's, Plaid S's, Model 3 Performances. Like the top brand of everything is here. And I've seen a lot of the Dream Edition, I think it's called, Lucid Air, and it is fucking badass. It is such a I went to the Brickell Mall and they have a Lucid store there, and that car is bananas. It is a beautiful car in person, especially in white. Let's look at a Lucid Air in white. I think it looks so good, and that it's literally wheels and a drop away from like being super badass. Oh yeah, give me that shit. Oh, give me that. Give me that, bro. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that shit. Come on. Stop it. Give me that. I'm a sucker for a white car, bro. Oh, come on. It wasn't even turned on, Carlito. Bro, that bitch is bad. Sorry, Tesla. You did have a faster car and maybe more technologically advanced, but the Lucid Air is badass. If you look at any modern sedan, they all have the same shape. Long hood, swooping roof line, and a short trunk. Rick Chip, replacement window, 10. Wow, your comma and did you even added the cents? I don't know how that works. Is that $10,000 or like 1 cent, like 1, 2, 3, and that money denomination doesn't really make sense. Plaid interior is pretty bad. I used to work for Tesla, and let's just say all their cars are now worth $60,000 to $100,000 at all. Cheap parts installed, made from China, some Mexico. Nothing is made in America. Actually, Cook's Garage. Do you think a Fox body is worth $8,000 for a roller? Because people are gonna pay it. It's worth whatever people are willing to pay for it. Let's just say that. The Plaids were warranted cars that were upgraded. Got it. Audi e-tron GT is on the Taycan chassis. Definitely a beautiful car when spec'd right. I don't know how this became and which is the best looking EV conversation, but why don't we talk about Richard Petty? Why the fuck did SEMA, PRI call Richard Petty as he's eating his pudding with his hat and glasses on in bed? And you're like, hi, Richard Petty, we'd like for you to represent us pushing the RPM Act through Congress. Well, I got nothing else going on. Why don't I go ahead and do that? Did you guys look at that and go, fuck yeah, now we have a shot? Like, which one of you guys said, oh, hell yeah, they got Richard Petty on the case, the king. I can't wait for the RPM Act to pass now. Nobody. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Well, Alex, it's about optics. They want to make sure that they can have a noticeable person front and center. Richard Petty, out of all those people, why not Michael Jordan? I mean, look, if we're going to go with irrelevant figures, why don't we go with Michael Jordan? Tiger Woods. Salma Hayek. Christina Aguilera. What the fuck? If it's just putting a popular person up there, you couldn't find anyone better than Richard Petty? Well, back in my day, well, we used to make race cars out of cars that came from the factory. You mean factory? Factory. When I used to race what the fuck kind of car do you used to race? The Superbird, that was a factory spec cars. And now, hey, Joe Manchin, how you doing? We got to pass this RPM Act because when I turn left in my Superbird, Mr. Petty, it's tucked away in a bill that has to do with, like, abortion rights. So, yeah, you're fucked, bro. Oh, y'all have any more pudding? Might as well get Cletus to fight the RPM Act. Right. What an irrelevant figure. Maybe 40 years ago, if they asked Richard Petty, ask Dale. Michael Jordan owns a race team. Not a bad idea. John Force. Frankie Muniz. I bet no one is going to know who Richard Petty is when it comes to the stand. Excuse me, we got a guy with a fucking Mexican hat and glasses inside. Hey, Mr. Petty, why do you have sunglasses on inside? Because when you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day. His blood sugar is low. Can you get him some more pudding? Because this guy is obviously senile. He's wearing a hat and sunglasses inside. Alex, Tiger King would do a good job. Right. Look at here, motherfucker. You better pass this RPM Act. That's what I need. I need someone like that. There'll never no rock chip windshield 10,000 whatever them. It done. I mean, this is the comment. If I was giving away cookies, this is it. Get Danica Patrick up there. She's as good as a spokesperson as she is a driver. We need to turn left to make things right. Remember Cartman? Yeah, I'm not stupid enough to drive NASCAR. And then he started eating Vagisil because he said it would make him stupid enough to be able to drive in NASCAR. What a great episode. What's up, little man? What's up, man? Shit, man. What you doing? What you doing up in this piece? What's up, brother? How you been? Hey, all right. You ate? You shit? It's all good now, brother. Oh, look at you got eye boogers all over the place, bro. All right. Good little puppy. Get Macho Man. Oh, yeah, brother. I'm gonna go up there to Congress and Capitol Hill, and I'll tell you what, brother, the beautiful Elizabeth is carrying my intercontinental belt, and no one here is gonna take it away. Sir, you're here to fight the RPM Act. Yeah, the cream of the crop. I miss that motherfucker, man. All the cool motherfuckers died, and all the lame ass motherfuckers are still alive. Shit. Get Shelby the Swamp Legend. You could dig up Carol Shelby's skeleton and have better results than Richard Petty in fighting the RPM Act. I mean, imagine if they did a Weekend at Bernie's with Carol Shelby's skeleton. Hey, it's Carol Shelby. How you doing? How you doing? What do you want to do? Oh, you guys got to pass the RPM Act because I'm going to hell. Boy, Weekend at Bernie's is such a good movie. Shout out to Carol Shelby. Macho Man is Cletus's cousin. Snake Roberts with a snake. Bill Clinton with the DDT. Snake Roberts will give everyone the DDT up there. Oh, Macho Man is Cocaine Man. He's down for the Cocaine Act. How about Hector from Fast and Furious? He's the same character all the time. So yeah, I don't know what what PRI was thinking about or SEMA to say, yeah, let's get Richard Petty on this. And he shows up there and like, I'm sure he must have felt out of place. What the fuck I'm doing up here? Mr. Petty, you're here to fight the RPM Act. It's an act that allows us to convert cars with a VIN number, basically production vehicles, to race cars. Oh, racing? What do I have to say? Just repeat that shit over and over, and you'll get a fucking case of pudding to take home. Woo! Hot diggity dog, I'm in. You're pretty good at Randy Savage, but it looked like you were about to give yourself an aneurysm. Yeah, my veins start to pop up. Like, it looks worse than it is, but what are you going to do? Shelby Purist will be outside your door. Hey, Alex, how dare you talk shit about Shelby? Saying he Weekend at Bernie's skeleton up in Congress. Having Richard Petty represent the industry is like being on trial for murder and having a regular dude represent you because he's had a speeding ticket once and thinks he knows how the system works. You know, I think you should allow people to make headers, tuning to go on because I turned left for many, many years and know a lot about the subject. I got a buddy that's looking to do some trivia. And we got pimping since 1997, ready to throw a fucking wrench in the whole shit. I got a buddy that's looking to go centrifugal blower setup while doing ported heads, cam siege, and manifolds. Overcover the setup. Just put a fucking stock manifold and a stock throttle body in the bitch and make his and our lives easier. Can it work? Sure. Will it make 50 more horse with the Century on a CJ setup? No. 1,025 horsepower on the Lucid. Morgan Freeman, spokesperson. That reminded me of Scotty Kilmer. Ah, man. PRI isn't even trying. Like, look, you just got whoever was available. You reached out to a PR firm and you said, I need someone in the motorsports industry to represent us so we can have optics on this thing. And all he did was tour the Capitol and shake everyone's hands, and then he went home. You didn't do shit. You weren't proactive in it. You're not well-versed on what's happening. Are you well-versed on what's happening, Richard Petty? No offense to you. You just did what you were asked to do. But do you know that Corey Willis has been fined millions of dollars because he had a diesel tuning business? Do you know people have been put in jail and house arrest for making this? Something to put a tune on your car. That's it. They basically put motherfuckers in jail and ankle bracelets because they built this. Do you know that, Richard Petty? Do you know anything about that? Do you know that they're going to potentially put people out of business by fining them to death? And I saw PFI Speed shout out Richard Petty on this whole situation. I don't know what's going on with PFI Speed, but eventually I'd love to talk to them and be like, yo, I need you to be real right now. I need you to be fucking real right now. Do you think they're doing enough? Or they think they're just using you to push whatever the fuck they want to push through? Because I can't believe people like that aren't going, really? Richard Petty? No offense. Great. Awesome. But what's he going to do? Is he well-versed as to, does he know people have gone to jail? Hey, PRI, do you know people have gone to jail, PRI? PRI, do you know people are right now under house arrest and have an ankle bracelet on because of the shit that they did that was never illegal to begin with, except someone started to reinterpret things differently in 2015 all of a sudden? Do you know that, PRI? What are you doing about it? Nothing. You're building bigger offices and you're paying Richard Petty to say some shit. Shut up. Steve Morrison could break it down in 5 minutes for these Congress clowns. Should I upgrade my oil pump gears if I'm revving out to 8,000 RPM? Sure. What? Yes. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Get AOC to represent with the big booty Latina. We'll see. Samuel L. Jackson to defend the RPM. Like, no, he's a lefty's lefty. He is a lefty. I mean, a hard left. He's so left, he might as well be in NASCAR. Incognito Film says, appreciate you picking me for the cookies on Tuesday. Can't wait to try them. Yeah, you're going to love them. Dude, I guarantee if you got a YDBT cookie, like the Pop-Tart cookie, and maybe the Nut and Better cookie, bro, you're going to become an addict. It's badass shit. Shout out to them. We need Nicolas Cage. No, he's another lefty. He would end up just rambling, though. Everything's okay as long as you pay bleeding companies dry. That's the thing. PRI is in it for themselves. They're not in it for the industry. You know what needs to happen to PRI? No one should show up to their fucking trade show. I think you should send the message to PR. When is PRI? Let me see. PRI. When does it take place? Performance and racing industry. When's the trade show happen? Trade show. Learn more. Let's see. Okay, December 8th through 10th, Indianapolis, Indiana. I dare you guys to not show up. Everyone that has shown up to PRI to boycott. And that's the only way people like this will listen and take us seriously when we say, we're not going to support your shit. We're not going to support your shit. We're not going to support your show. We're not going to show up to it. It's going to be no one in that motherfucker. But you know what? People are going to go anyway because people have no idea what's happening. That's how tone deaf most of the people in the industry are. They have no idea what's happening with performance and racing generally. They'll go because it's a cool show to show off your products. And the same guy hitting the same fucking nitrous kit in the center of the fucking thing every fucking half hour. It's going to be the same shit. The same CNCs are going to be there. The same sprint cars are going to be there. The same shit over and over. Nothing new. I dare you to boycott PRI and show them, okay, we're serious. We have given you, what do you call it? A vote of no confidence in representing us in Congress. We have given you a vote of no confidence with our pocketbook by not going. Trust me. How much do you get out of PRI? If you go to PRI, how many sales did you get from 2 years ago, 3 years ago when they held their last event? Did your sales all of a sudden bump up? Did you get a huge bump up in sales after PRI? Or did you go, God damn it, I had to trailer my car up there, fly my people up there, take 2 days off, and then drive back, and then that Monday you're fucking zonked, and it cost me $15,000 to $25,000, and I got nothing. I got a bunch of leads. I got a bunch of people wanting free shit. I got a bunch of YouTubers hitting me up for free AEM dashes, free this, free that, free tires, free shirts. I got nothing out of it. Don't go. Don't go. Let's see how down for the cause you are by not going. You know how much confidence I have in this industry? Zero. Everyone is out for themselves. They're not looking to support the big picture. Oh, I'm going to go because I get at least $50,000 bump every year. Bullshit. You know who gets a $50,000 bump every year? The Capitol Grill. The hookers in that area. The dealers. You know who makes out during those events? The sex workers and the restaurants. Stop it. Bro, you're tripping today with Weekend at Bernie's. That was like 20 minutes ago. Cletus will be there. Right. YOLO for president. Yeah, he'll be there because he don't know shit. What? Dude, I'm ranting, bro. I'm ranting. You got to let me rant a little bit, bro. You're right, because my boss was clueless when he wanted his new diesel tuned. Right. Like some people can't afford to go anyway. Some people to this day still go to PRI as if they're gonna, like, I've gone to PRI for 6 straight years or something like that one time, and leaving PRI, I didn't gain anything. I've networked with some people, but that didn't lead me anywhere. I met some people that eventually you kind of like collaborated with, but like there wasn't another $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in my bank account because of those people. No. So it's a waste of fucking time. It's just a place to go look at shit, order up an Indiana hooker, and go to Capitol Grill. That's it. Indiana hooker, swipe right on Bumble and Tinder all fucking weekends. Hopefully you can hook up with some bitch and go to the Capitol Grill 4 times. Hopefully Roush. Hopefully 5 or 6 different companies take you to the Capitol Grill. I went to the Capitol Grill 3 fucking times one year. Oh, great place. But I'm like, I didn't do anything this year but eat. Best part of PRI is saying what's up to Alex and giving out shirts. Right, and you still had that photo up there somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Love it. Good show thus far, says Brian 03. PRI sounds like the NRA show. Alex, I need PRI trips so I can business expense a week away from my wife and bang random chicks in Indy while working. Right. That's what PRI in SEMA is. SEMA? SEMA? Hey, honey, I got to go to a trade show in SEMA. It's work-related. Okay, you go to the bunny ranch, you fuck chicks everywhere, you gamble, you drink, you fuck around, and people smell like alcohol at SEMA. I went to SEMA twice. Everyone stinks there. Everyone at SEMA smells like alcohol, booze, weed. It's not somewhere to network. It's somewhere to get fucked up and do shit. What would it take to get junior and senior there? They're not going. They're not supporting that shit. It's over. They're not going. Do you mean Capitol Hill? Do you mean PRI? Need to get it to Mike Tyson to prime by... where's Mike Tyson? Good old... Oh, geez, that's not it. Do I have Mike Tyson here? I do have Mike Tyson here.
You can't touch me. You're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face. Fuck you, ass for that. Everybody.
You fought Stang Mode once. That's a plus about PRI. No, I didn't fight Stang Mode at PRI. The time I saw Stang Mode was at an American Muscle car show. I let him have it. I'm like, bro, the shit you're doing, that side, even though it's under the undertone, I don't appreciate that shit. I let him know. I let him know to his face. He knows it. But, I ain't got no beef with him now. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't give a shit. Go to St. Elmo. JJ the Boss to Congress. He'll set them straight. Nah, JJ the Boss believes that Chase is a race, so I'm not down with any of that shit. Fuck all that. So I think we should boycott PRI. But I don't think the industry will do it. But I think it would send a huge message to them that, yo, we don't support your shit. We don't support your silliness. You're out there getting Richard Petty off the couch to represent us in Congress when there are people literally in house arrest, jail, and millions of dollars in fines in the hole. No. Richard Petty. How about stop buying a new building and start representing people that were actually affected by the EPA overreach? How about doing that? No? Cricket. Right. Crickets is what I fucking hear. No, I ain't got no beef with him. He's good. Also been to SEMA twice. Every casino bar are full of trade show people still wearing their badges, getting smashed while networking. I had a $250 steak paid for. And the weirdest fucking crackers I've ever seen. It looked like a tree branch. And I'm like, this is why people come to SEMA? People come to SEMA to eat weird food paid for by someone else because they let them expense the trip? Crazy shit. I saw you at PRI when you were there with VMP, right? That was such a sad weekend. You want to know where we stayed when I went to Oh, the stories I have about SEMA. Guess what hotel we stayed at when we went to SEMA? Take a wild guess what hotel we stayed at when we went to SEMA. I'll let you guys, we'll end it on a light note. Junior and senior to Washington, they'd go if they'd invited because they can articulate exactly to a T and dumb it down for the person that doesn't know shit to showcase or at least highlight why the EPA's overreach is unjustified. They can do it easily. Chases races for fools who can't tree and always possible to get out of it. No, Motel 6, no, worse. Thank you. Circus. Guys, the Circus Hotel. Shout out to VMP for putting me up at the Circus. Oh my fucking God. You want to stay at the saddest resort ever. Resort? It's barely a resort. It's literally a circus. We stayed at the Circus. Ridiculously poor. It smelled. And I was like, I don't think I want to take 5 days out of my life, fly 2,000 miles west to stay at the Circus. Put me up somewhere decent, dude. Circus with the clowns. Yes, circus with the fucking clowns, dude. Unbelievable. Michael, I'm not we're talking about something else. The dude in blue to represent the RPM at clowns everywhere. Right, literally clowns everywhere. Never heard of it. Just type in circus, worst hotel in Vegas. It'll show up. Isn't that an old Vegas? No, it's in the regular Vegas. What do you call it? We see VMP wasn't trying to spend any money. Oh, Jared Wells. I got stories about that. Not once did I ever stay in a hotel that I actually had to go inside to find my room. Every hotel I stayed in while I was on the road was one of those outside hotels where you open your door and you were outside. Right. About to get fucking stabbed. About to get, like, guys, every place I went, Ohio, every NMRA race, every show we went to, I stayed in the cheapest, shittiest hotel in the area. The Lunds, I have flown first class more times than I can count. I have stayed in the nicest hotels. We have left hotels because they weren't nice enough. Shout out to the Lunds. They take care of a brother. Caesar's Palace, I wish. That's on the peasant end of the strip, says Ken McAllister. How are those sticky floors at Circus, Alex? The worst place to stay in Vegas by far. We should pull our money together in order to hire a law firm that will sue the EPA on behalf of the industry, just like all the Second Amendment groups are doing. Very successful. That's called a motel. Who's worse, Celine or VMP? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Thank you very much, Nick Rogers, for the channel support. Drug dealer motels, right. We stayed at trap houses, if I'm not mistaken. They used to sell $2 long schlong hot dogs at Circus. How do you know that? You were buying long schlong hot dogs, weirdo? Get out of here. Question, Alex, on a Whipple Gen 530 Gen 3 Coyote. What's the smallest pull you can recommend on an E85 on a stock motor? Whatever makes 850 to 900. I think you're kind of safe, but it can go at any time. But Gen 3 and Gen 2 stock, I don't really trust above 850, 900 horsepower. Have there been many that have made 1,000 horsepower and run good? Yes. Personally, once I install the turbo kit in the white car, I'm going to keep it at a level like 850, maybe 9 on occasion, but I'm not looking to send it to 1,000. No, thank you. No country for old men motel. Right. VMP saw you as a clown. Lund sees you as a king. You know, Eddie Vega, I think there's something to say about that, Eddie Vega. Nothing against VMP. You know, BJ McCarty, shout out to him. He saw me as an asset. And I think everyone at VMP saw me as a promotional tool as opposed to a tuner. They saw me as someone that they thought they were going to get the channel for free. You know what I mean? And the channel's my shit. That's apart from what I do at VMP. But I think they thought, let's hire him and we'll automatically end up on his YouTube channel. And I go, no, that's not how it works. You hired me to tune. I'm going to tune. Period. After the second stint at Lund Racing, they said, fuck the channel. We need you as a tuner. And I'm like, I like it. So there is something to be said about being seen as a clown and being seen as a king. I think they saw me as someone that they could use as opposed to someone that they need. I think the Lunds needed me. I think VMP at the time thought they could use me for promotion. And guys, they paid me nothing. They paid me nothing. That's why I left. Let's be honest. I left because I wanted to make actual money. Hooker's Motel, they give you a clown nose for you to stay? Pretty much. What you mean it's closer to the Coke at Circus? Circus hookers have long schlongs. Sorry if it's personal, but are you cool with Justin Starkey? I'm cool with him, but I'm saying the truth as to how my experience was. Guys, there's been so many things I haven't said because I don't have any personal vendetta against people like that. He's fine. I just wanted to make money in this industry. There is a huge amount of money to be made in this industry, and I just wanted to get paid properly. And Lund said, hey, we'll pay you properly the second time. And I said, yo, I got to go. And he didn't fight it. Justin didn't fight it. He said, okay, you got to go. Okay. Boom. So I knew what I was being valued at that company. Nothing against the company, nothing against Justin. Good for him. But I was there to make money. I wasn't there to be around cool cars. I'm there to make money. Right. Exactly. Like, How was the breakfast? Dude, are you serious? I didn't eat breakfast at Circus Circus. You know where I ate breakfast? At SEMA. Because they had a free breakfast. You know what it was? Warm orange juice and a bagel. Warm orange juice and a bagel. SEMA experience sucks, guys. If you go there, depending on who you work for, depending on who takes you there, the SEMA experience for me was terrible. No, thank you. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna can't live on $40,000 a year in Florida. What do they expect you to do? Exactly. That's exactly what I was making. And I'm like, no, I can't live on this. Sorry, I can't. I think they expected me to move up there too, and I'm like, are you insane? No fucking way I'm moving out of South Florida. All right, guys, I'm out of here. So today we talked Fathouse Raptor R a little bit. Maybe they'll get the Motec stuff figured out. Maybe they'll get 1,000 horsepower out of it. Maybe they can make good money because that's their market. The big money shit. Good for them. Ford lays off a bunch of people because they're going to concentrate on EV. So they laid off a bunch of people on the ICE side of things. And Richard Petty is going to save us and take away EPA overreach. Circus Circus and Riviera is disgusting. You're not wrong. All right, guys, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I'll see you guys Sunday morning, maybe. This Sunday morning might be tough, okay? I got a bunch of things going on, and if I can't make Sunday morning Peasant Chat, I'll do a Peasant Chat prime time, 8 o'clock at night. So we'll see what happens Sunday. So I'm going to hopefully be available and make sure that I'm here because I'm doing some stuff with the little lady and I got a bunch of other things going on. The garage situation is evolving nicely. So I'm kind of like making moves on the backside just so that I can bring you more content, work on the cars easier, make everything's easier on my back and a whole bunch of other stuff. You guys will like it. Trust me. Trust me. You guys are in for a bunch of good content, good treats. You're going to love it. Trust me. Just bear with me. So Sunday, I might not be on early in the morning, but if I am, that means everything went well during the weekend. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you guys Sunday. See you later. Bye. What's your problem, dude?